Inside Oracle Arena in Oakland, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, in recent years, no doubt, this has been the NBA's epicenter.
I'll take it one level above you, baby. How about this team has redefined the offense in the NBA, leading the league with record-setting three-point shots made.
Join us to watch some of the greatest players on the planet, and they're ready to go. Golden State controls the tap. Curry gets a look, can't hit.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Runner's good there.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Kevin Durant has it. To Thompson. Probing the defense. Turns and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
To Vucevic. Inside, he scores.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Here's Curry with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Fournier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And then Fournier shakes free. Tough shot from downtown.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. 5-point game. Thompson to Green. Curry can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Rebound taken by the Magic. Vucevic. His first effort off the mark. Curry to bring it up. Down 5. Well, their first three, and they're right back in it within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, you got a dogfight.
Great defense, forcing the miss. Curry into the front court. They trail by 2. Shot from the lane won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Vucevic buries the trifecta.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take 2s?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Green to Durant. Beyond the arc for 3. And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot. What more does this guy have to prove?
He has everything to prove because he's not trying to prove it to you behind the screen, watching this game, playing this game. He's trying to prove it to himself, Kevin Durant, every day that he is the greatest to ever put on an NBA uniform.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Thompson knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
You know, someone had the audacity to ask Klay Thompson how he feels about being the 3rd or 4th option, and I love his response. He said, I don't care. When you're as efficient as me, my paycheck warrants it. And I think about a game he had this past year. 88.4 seconds of possessions, 52 touches, 33 shots, 11 dribbles for 60 points just in 22 minutes proves the reason why Klay is Klay.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Warriors have the basketball. Livingston to Thompson. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Fournier. For 3.
To number 11, Klay Thompson. That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
First free throw is good. And he misses the second. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Now down 6. Livingston to Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Easy layup.
Golden State at the controls. Thompson to Shaun Livingston. Off the assist.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. And let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
He made his first effort, but not that time. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
The shot blocked by Grant. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. That misses with a second to go. First quarter's complete with the Magic in front. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Magic own the possession. To Vucevic. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Cook to bring it into the front court. Down 6. Lays it up and in.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Grant with the basketball. Leads 4. Here's a chance from long range. That no good off the mark. It's Cook with the basketball. We're a minute into the second quarter. Cook shot won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To Vucevic. From the outside, no good. Cook to bring it into the front court. Down 4. From the painted area, won't go down. Vucevic. And count the basket inside.
You know, he may not show up in your feed all the time with the crazy highlights, but he's one of the most underrated creative shot makers we have in this game.
Green. And counted at the rim.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Curry to Thompson. Curry to Durant. And he scores on the step back. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
I'm giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Fires the three, and the rebound taken by the Warriors. Curry into the front court, trailing by 4. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
First one, counted.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And he hits the second.
For the Magic, number 10, Evan Fournier.
It's all 3 free throws.
2 minutes remaining.
Curry with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Down low, Bell. Jordan Bell with the dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Fournier. Jonathan Isaac. And the rebound comes to Durant. Durant across the timeline. They're down 3. Shot by Durant won't go down. From long range. And that'll be rebounded by Curry. Here's Curry with it up top. Down 3. That's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take their lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Fournier over to the right side. Jonathan Isaac still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. To Curry. Thompson, deep right corner. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Fournier.
To number 30, Stephen Curry. That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
And He connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw.
The Warriors. Number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. Entering the game for the Orlando Number 15, DJ Augustine.
Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. It's Golden State basketball to Curry. That is great vision to set it up. Gets to the basket and scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down a point. Curry. Man, that was a tough shot. Now Steve Clifford going to use a timeout. He'll try to design something here for the final possession of the half.
Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
This for the tie. It's good at the buzzer. And as a result, this game is all even halfway through. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Warriors find themselves in a tie game after 2 quarters. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets. The Magic don't have the advantage or the disadvantage after one half. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Rebounds.
While there isn't a stat for effort, you can certainly use offensive rebounds as part of the formula. These squads have been attacking the offensive glass and keeping possessions alive.
Player of the half.
Kevin Durant has been incredible around the basket, doing everything necessary to dominate on the boards.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
turned away by Cousins.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Possession lies with Golden State. Durant to Thompson. Can't connect from inside. To Gordon. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Aaron Gordon. No good.
When you have cold shooting like this in the second half, you have to find other ways to score than just relying on the three-point shot. Maybe try turning that corner off that PNR and getting to the rack.
Augustine with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Durant, not that time. Gordon. And the rebound taken by Golden State. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down 3. Curry. No good. To Fournier. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Curry. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Gordon to Fournier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Okay. I know you were knocking down everything in the first half, but that's not the case so far in the second. Maybe it's time to start executing your offense.
Orlando has it. Gets it in the right corner. To Fournier. Beyond the arc for 3. Evan Fournier bothered just enough there.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Green. Another follow. Still no good. In the front court, it's Augustine. Leads a bucket. To Vucevic. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Warriors basketball. Livingston to Durant. Doesn't get the bounce. Picked up. Here we go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Magic get it back. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Isaac to Aaron Gordon. 4-3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
Welcome to the roller coaster ride of basketball. Just because you are knocking down those open looks in the first half doesn't mean you're going to knock them down all game long.
Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason, but let's not get carried away.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Warriors have the basketball, and they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his first personal foul.
Durant. Thompson. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
For three, he still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Fournier goes to the left side. Lets it fly from long range, and that's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. And Durant able to clear the rebound. Gets off the 3. At the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Warriors with the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Warriors have the basketball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a message to the defender. I know you're here physically, but I have zero clue where you are mentally. You have to contest a shot. That's what defense means.
To Vucevic. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the 3, steps out, and hits.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Vucevic. Jumper's good.
The assist from number 9, Nikola
KD with the rock. Second effort. The follow won't go either. To Vucevic. And scores. Strong take.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Durant across the timeline. All tied up. Just underway in this fourth quarter. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
New blood coming in for both sides. Thompson. Oh, can't do that.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Thompson. To Curry. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
To Mo Bamba. Knocked loose. That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic. It's Steph Curry with the rock. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Curry to Thompson. Big finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. He throws it down. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it like a charity stripe.
Curry to bring it up. Lead stands at 7. Durant. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Jonathan Isaac, he is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Golden State at the controls. Green. Great pass to set it up. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Changes coming from both sides right now.
For the Golden State Warriors, number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. Subbing in for Orlando, number 9.
Grant with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Magic in control. Grant with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. And Evan Fournier, tough make that time. Can't really fault the defender.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Isaac. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Curry has it.
I got ball.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Subbing in for the Orlando Magic, number 14, DJ Augustine.
Green to Thompson from long range. Cleans it up. Curry to Durant. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. Runner's good there.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Now the Magic going to signal for a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Isaac lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Durant, offensive rebound. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Beyond the arc for three, and his rolls from deep continue. It's no good again. It's the Warriors who get the victory. They continue their unbeaten run, red hot to start the season. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go, the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors added a win with today's solid victory. And more often than not, they were hitting the three when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Magic couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Golden State Warriors were able to stretch the defense because of how effectively they were scoring from long range. The opposition couldn't make the necessary adjustments and now have to settle with a loss.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston. Tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Phoenix Suns. All right, here we go. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Jackson from long range. Hand in his face, Josh Jackson can't connect. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads a bucket. Irving. And the Suns right there for the rebound. To Jackson. Inside, he scores.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Boston with the basketball. To Irving. Probing the defense. Knocks it down from mid-range. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala both on and off the court.
To Irving. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Irving. Great pass to set it up. And stuffs it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Celtics have it. Irving to Hayward. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Irving. Fires the three. That won't go. Josh Jackson to Booker. For three. This guy can beat anyone straight up. Devin Booker. Good closeout. Still knocks it down.
You know what really fascinates me about Devin Booker? Every time I see him, I almost feel like I'm watching a movie called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Now, when I see him off the court, he's all smiles, laid back, chill demeanor, very low-key. But when I see him on the court, it's like he finds this different person, this assassin that wants to attack you and dominate you every single time he has the ball. Now, I got a chance to overhear a story of him and his coach at the time, Earl Watson, and he told his head coach, "I'm better than Jordan. Jordan never dropped 70 at the Boston Garden." Now, we all know he's not better than Jordan, but that answer reflects his desire to be like Jordan and to be an NBA legend, and that's why he'll always succeed.
DeAndre Ayton to Booker. Cleans it up. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Substitutions. Boston.
Count the bucket for two. Jay, would you classify him among the elites in the game, especially among wings?
It depends on what category of elite you put him in. As of right now, he will be my second-tier elite. Because when I think first-tier elite, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden. I think Gordon Hayward has a chance to be there. He was on his way there before he got hurt, but time will tell.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Aaron Baines powers it through.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Suns with the basketball. Runners good there.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Rozier into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Scary Terry was born during the playoffs last year. He helped Boston achieve what many critics, including myself, thought was impossible without superstar teammates being healthy. He's a pit bull defensively, so quick laterally with a strong upper body frame and a great center of gravity. He plays with a ton of grit and determination, and that's just what you need in a depth guard who can answer the bell when called on.
Down low for Jackson. From the painted area, won't go down. Hayward. And Ariza able to grab the rebound. Has a look. Daniel's shot won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Three. Not that time. He missed it. From 18 feet. At the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time. To count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
It's a one-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. Rozier, shot no good. To Booker. And count the basket inside.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Defense making the ball carrier work. To Marcus Smart. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward, after that horrific, awful injury he had on opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Hayward. himself in the lane, won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
The assist from number 4, Tyson.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Rozier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 22.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
To Booker. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And the Suns secure the rebound. Beyond the arc for three. That's how you defend. To Marcus Smart. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Hayward. Fires the three, and Booker with the rebound. Can't miss those. To Irving. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Unable to connect on the free throw. To Mikal Bridges. Has a chance. And the rebound taken by Brown. Irving. That no good. Off the mark. Another chance. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Kyrie with the rock. To Hayward. Throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Booker with it. He'll run the offense. Booker to Jackson. From long range, Josh Jackson looking to take that next step in his young career.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Add 2 points to the board. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How is he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
I've been watching this kid since he was 15 years old. TJ Warren has always been one of those under-the-radar type of guys. Averaged 20 points a game last year, and he made big leaps in scoring year after year after year in his time in the league.
First half in the books. The Suns have the lead.
Suns will start the second half with a narrow lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets to the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving.
I got him. I got balls. I got ball.
Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Curling inside. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation to Booker. Inside, he scores.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college. But the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Get your money, man.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Horford. Irving. Irving no good with the shot there.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Shot won't go. To Irving. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Hayward. Irving. And the rebound taken down by the Suns. DeAndre Ayton has a look. Shot by Warren misses. Hayward. He was hacked. They let it go. To Mikal Bridges. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Kyrie lets it go. Knocks it down from mid-range. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 3, Trevor Ariza.
Hayward. For three. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Brad Stevens will change up his lineup.
Phoenix Suns are at the limit. Substitutions busted.
To Horford. From the painted area, won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Rozier with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Marcus Morris. Trying to cash in. Scores from the post.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
4-3. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
And a whistle.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Phoenix has the ball. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Devin Booker, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Almost, and he's not getting the call. Into the front court, it's Booker. His guy's up by 15. Booker. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. The screen sets him up for 2.
When Kyrie Irving went out, we saw Terry Rozier become that guy for the Celtics. hence even getting the name Scary Terry. No doubt about it, he may be a starter eventually, and that may be a conundrum for the Celtics.
A pass taken away by the Celtics. Smart shot, no good. They need something to go down. It's no good. 3 quarters down, the Suns lead it big. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway.
Our team wins the game and
Suns control the possession. Given 2 points. High percentage.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Runner here won't go down. To Booker. And he hits.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a bundle and a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
To Marcus Morris. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Can't connect. Booker with it. His guys holding the big lead. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
A fundamental shot right there.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
To Booker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away.
And Kyle too is nearly blocking 2 shots per game, picking up exactly where he left off with that Anthony Davis build and frame.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a 3-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Shot from the lane won't go. Lets it fly from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Runner's good there.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Irving. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
The follow won't go either. Shot by Warren, no good.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Textbook defense. Tatum shot misses. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Follows his own shot with that one. Nice follow-up.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Beyond the arc for three. No good. That's great defense. Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down big. To Irving. Irving's shot off the mark. To Booker. Shot by Ariza. Won't fall.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know to scout him.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Like both teams are making substitutions. Mikal Bridges. Here's a chance from long range. Hand in his face, Josh Jackson can't connect. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go. Cut him.
Kyrie. Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
I got ball. I got ball.
Irving. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
You know, Ed, so many players think the only way they can get big money is on the offensive end, but this is a game about roles. If your role is to be a defender, get your money on that end, please.
It's the Suns with the victory. They continue their unbeaten run, red hot to start the season. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Suns put one in the win column with a solid performance. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Phoenix Suns kept going on bombing runs, finishing with a significant number of three-point baskets. Offensively, it allowed them to stay confident and ultimately got them a well-deserved win.
Player of the game.
Devin Booker could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness here in L.A.
From the bright lights of Hollywood to the bright lights on the hardwood, the Staples Center is rocking tonight.
Showtime always in this building, and we are ready to go. Won by Chicago. Dunn to Levine. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Blocked away by Markkanen. That's out of bounds off a ball.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Kuzma. Inside, he scores. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
James to Kyle Kuzma. To Caldwell Pope. Ball. Short jumper stays out. To Zach LaVine. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
I like that.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Lakers at the controls right now to Kyle Kuzma. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, and I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Beyond the arc for three. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Ball to Kyle Kuzma. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
These breakdowns happen because a team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
To number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. That's his second.
First one goes down.
Coming right back to you.
Second and three, got it.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 9, Rajon Rondo.
Perfect from the line. It's all three of them. Lonzo Ball with the rock. To James. McGee powers it through.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Parker for three. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Good touch and a bucket for Chris Dunn.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Bulls with the basketball. Dunn to Lopez. That's no good.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a two-point ball game. New blood coming in for both sides. It's Chicago ball.
Entering the game.
Dunn to Levine. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
James. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Across the timeline comes James. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. To Beasley. James, his first effort off the mark. To Chris Dunn. Runner's good there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
It's James controlling the offense. To Beasley. Has a look. A shot no good there for Ingram.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Rondo. Deep three at the buzzer. And a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
LBJ with it.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you, me and you.
Here's a chance from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Won't go down. To James. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Bulls with the rock. To Wendell Carter. Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, the only reason why Wendell Carter didn't get a lot of fame coming out of Duke was that Marvin Bagley reclassified, and they were both in the same front court together. But let me break down some stats to you about who Wendell Carter is within Duke history. Finished second all-time, only amongst Duke freshmen in rebounds, block shots, and double-doubles. He had 16 his freshman year out of 36 games. That's why he'll be great at this level as well.
JaVale McGee. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Lets it fly from long range. And it's Ingram there for the rebound. Rondo with the basketball. Down 6. Nice finish at the rim.
I wonder who we're going to see tonight. Playoff Rondo or that other guy? because when he's on top of his game, there is no one better in terms of IQ and also vision. Unless the offense isn't clicking, expect to see him breaking down the D and ensuring everyone gets fed.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for the Lakers, number 2, Lonzo Ball.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Chris Dunn's game got better in year 2, going up almost 10 points. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding him going into the offseason, really questioning whether he was willing to put in the time and effort in the gym.
To Chris Dunn. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, not getting the bounce. Kuzma brings the ball up court to Ball. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Levine just off the mark. Caldwell Pope. Whoa, what a finish.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Number 1, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Dunn. To Parker. Has a chance. Parker off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
To Kyle Kuzma. To Caldwell Pope. Fires the three. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Zach LaVine. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
It's the mindset of Wendell Carter that really is the most impressive thing. He's an old-school mentality on the basketball court. He can play with his back towards the basket. He actually gives the guard a target to throw the ball to down low on the block. He'll actually hit you on the screen and try to knock you over, but also possesses the new era type skill to run, to knock down pick and pop shots, and also be a passer on the perimeter. He is the new school era of old school.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Nope, first one does not go. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
the defense. The layup is good.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? To Kyle Kuzma. James. Inside, he scores.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
The feed stolen away. LeBron into the front court. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. Stuffs it down with authority.
Lonzo Ball is so different. There's something special about a player that can always deliver the ball on time and on target. Let me break that down for you. The on time part means the ball isn't delivered 1 second too late or 1 second too early, but at the perfect time for you to go right into your shot or make a play. The on-target aspect means that the ball is either delivered right in the pocket for a shooter, or for a big, it hits you right in the chest so you can go up for a slam. With his head constantly on a swivel, it's safe to say that Lonzo Ball is already an elite passer.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Up 5 seconds. James still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. That's it for the first half with the Bulls in front.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Bulls are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. What I like from these guys is how well they work the transition game, using stops to start breaks. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Who was cold? Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show. The Lakers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. These are the guys getting...
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Bulls are in a close game thus far. For them to get the lead, I see it happening with their transition game. They've done a great job today of working the fast break offense. Have a look at the leading scores for the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers are still very much in this matchup. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter.
Here we go.
Lonzo controls the offense. To Caldwell Pope. Ball. Down for McGee. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Dunn. Goes to the right side. To Markkanen. From long range. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Parker. Zach LaVine. LaVine shot no good.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Throws it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Rejected by McGee.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Dunn to LaVine. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Second effort. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To James. Has a look. Not going down for him this time. To Markkanen. It's Kuzma up to block the shot. Parker.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
LaVine. Off the mark. And a putback slam. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Here's Kuzma. Brings the ball up court to James. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Parker with it. His guys down 3. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
The 7th pick overall, Lauri Markkanen had an exquisite rookie season. Ending the year, all-rookie first team. Even executive VP John Paxson of the Bulls organization referred to him as the cornerstone of the franchise.
To Zach LaVine. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. they weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
And he's got the free throw as well.
Good shot.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor.
I got him.
Nothing going here on that drive. James. To Ball. It's James. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Levine to Parker. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Ed, there's certain players that when you look at them, you say, just something seems slightly off. But it finally seems like Jabari Parker is rounding back into form. Just remember a couple of years ago, he was averaging 20 points per night.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 7, Holiday.
Oh, 5-second violation. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Done. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To James. Ball to James. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2. First foul in the last 2.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
And the nice finish at the rim. That ends the third quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Chicago basketball. Fires Here's the three. He missed his first four from downtown. He finally gets a three to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses four in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Bulls have it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Ball with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Levine. Going to launch beyond the arc. And McGee there for the rebound. Lonzo with it. Leads one. From the painted area, won't go down. To Levine. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Inside, he scores.
You know, when I think about Zach LaVine, I almost think about a high-priced sports car that is stuck in third gear. Now, the things he can do in third gear is off the charts. I'd rather have that problem than not have it. But it always leaves you wondering, when if we got this car to fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth gear? Now, that could be something.
Finish that. To James. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for LA, number 14, Brandon Ingram.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Done. To Wendell Carter. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Count the bucket for two.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Shot from the lane won't go. Ball with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Good. Three-point play. Gets them back to within a point. To Markkanen. For 3. Now that's a contest.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
To Parker. Runner's good there.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Ball to Kyle Kuzma. The drive right to the basket. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. LBJ has it. To Ball. Screen coming. Ball. Deep right corner. Rocking the rim. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
LaVine justifying the big bucks with the three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Gets it in the left corner to Chris Dunn. Here's a chance from long range. Yes.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Los Angeles has the basketball to Caldwell Pope. JaVale McGee to Kyle Kuzma. Lets it fly from long range. The roof would have come off there, but he missed it. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. Has a chance and strokes it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
That's out of bounds off a Bull. James. The roof would have come off there, but he missed it. The follow won't go either. The Bulls take this one. They continue their unbeaten run. Red hot to start the season. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls emerged victorious after a tight finish. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the Chicago Bulls. The Lakers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game trap. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Good evening from downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, here in Rockets land, you think of Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, and of course the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. But a new chapter being written right now here in Texas.
Oh, yeah, you think about Clutch City, Hustle Town, USA. But put all that aside. This team for the last several years has been on the edge of success. Let's see if they can take the next step.
And when you think of the Rockets, you think fun. This one could be as well tonight. Jay, many saw this coming for the Rockets. Their goal was to seize home court advantage in the West. They did in the regular season. No one saw this coming from Indiana. The reason, Victor Oladipo.
And a lot of people in Indiana didn't even see this one coming, Indiana fans in particular, because they were throwing up an outrage for the fact that management got rid of the likes of Paul George, a perennial all-star. But Nate McMillan knew exactly what they were doing. You bring in a guy like Victor Oladipo, a guy who played at Indiana University that can get everybody else to buy in. And this team is one of the most efficient offenses due to the fact that they play fast, averaging 109 points per 100 possessions. That's the best offense they've had since their 1994-95 season.
Pacers fans came around. Jay, think about this. Nate McMillan, a stalwart defender in his days with Seattle as a player. Now his team, an offensive juggernaut as a head coach. Indiana with the basketball to Oladipo. Curling inside. Inside, he scores.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Paul into the front court, looking to make something happen. Capella to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul scores from the post. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Oladipo to Collison. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Collison. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Knocks down the first. Second to 3. Got it. He hits all 3 free throws. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. to Harden. Baseline drive. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Here comes the screen. Oladipo knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, when I sit down and I think about it, it really blows my mind at how far Depot has came over the past 3 seasons. That first stop in Orlando, I remember watching a kid who had crazy talent and at times showed glimpses of brilliance, but also was really inconsistent. But in OKC, though, something changed, and it had to be the influence of Russell Westbrook. When you're around a dude that plays with 110% every day of the week, that has to push you mentally to levels that you never experienced before. That was the first time in his NBA career that he played meaningful basketball. He played with a purpose. Now when I look at him, I see a refocus. I see the dedication to the game he loves. There's no doubt now that he is the leader of this franchise.
And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
And the finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions.
Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Here's CP3. Paul's shot won't go down. Into the front court comes Collison. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Here comes the screen. Victor Oladipo. Short jumper off the mark. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Cruises inside for 2. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Oladipo, not that time. Now Paul with the basketball. Lead is 2. Paul, short jumper, stays out.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
This is from number 2, Darren Collison.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. And it won't be close as time expires here in the first quarter. That'll do it for the first quarter. It's all even at the end of this quarter. 11-all is our score as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Rockets ball. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Hey, lock up.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Knocked loose. Gordon with it. 2-point advantage. To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Tucker. To Paul. Here's a chance from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. Joseph with it. Down 2. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Paul. Shot by Paul. No good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Sit him down. Ice.
To Evans. 5 seconds to shoot. Shot by Evans won't fall. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Harden. The shot no good by Harden.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
We've added 4 items to our team shops, including the fan favorite throwback jerseys. Get one for yourself before they're all gone.
New blood coming in for both sides. Harden works it up top. To Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot. It's Paul for 2. Paul shot off the mark. Joseph with it. Leads a bucket. To Young. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Connects on the first free throw.
Good shot.
And fails to hit them both. It's the first, misses the second.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Paul to Capella. From the painted area, won't go down.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Has a chance. Oladipo shot misses.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Here comes the screen. Paul. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Shot from the lane won't go. To P.J. Tucker. Harden. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, a hezi. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number two, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number three, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 42, Nene. Into the game for the Indiana Pacers. Number 2, Darren Collison.
Oladipo to Collison. Knocked loose. Five to shoot for Indiana. Collison off the mark. No good. The follow won't go either. Paul across the timeline. Down by one. And scores.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Knocked loose. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there. That's it for the first half. The Rockets with the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Rockets have the lead, but not by much. It's obvious how these guys score the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets. The Pacers are still very much in this matchup. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
It doesn't seem fair to nitpick either team's first half performance, particularly when you consider how well each team shot the ball. In a variety of ways, these guys are battling back and forth offensively. It's made for an interesting game.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Houston with the basketball. Harden, deep left corner. That one out of bounds off a rocket. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Has a look. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Goes to the left side. Harden buries it on the catch and shoot. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
To Oladipo. Fires the three. They were all over Oladipo. Missed the shot. Paul with it up top. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. And a putback slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Oladipo. A shot rejected by Capella. That one out of bounds off a rocket. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Shot by Bogdanovich off the mark. Harden in possession. Up 6. Jumper's good. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Oladipo to Turner. the rebound, taken in by the Rockets. Harden with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
It's Indiana basketball. To Oladipo. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Anthony to Harden. Anthony down low, it's Harden. Inside, he scores.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Here comes the screen. Gets a shot up off the mark. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Harden. Good offense, beating good defense. Sometimes it looks like he's not locked in, but think otherwise.
Let's be honest. Sometimes he is not locked in when the ball isn't in his hands. But do you need James Harden to be locked in 100% of the time? No, you need him to be locked in 95% when he has the ball in his hands. That's when something spectacular is going to happen offensively for your team.
Anthony. Add 2 points to the board. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. He's a catch-and-shoot player, help provide spacing and open up that lane for other players to attack.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 2, Darren Collison. Entering the game for the Rockets. Number 10, Eric Gordon.
Collison. The rebound belongs to Houston. Paul into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Paul gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Won't go. Harden into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Driving right to the basket. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Oladipo gets it in the left corner. Baseline drive to Evans. 5 to shoot for Indiana. Collison. Tough shot down, Collison. Off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul. Turned away by Sabonis.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. It's been all Rockets. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Pacers control. Oladipo to Young. Oladipo to Evans. No!
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Pacers with the possession. Oladipo to Evans. Nothing going here on that drive. To Oladipo. Deep right corner. Young. Count the basket at the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys holding a big lead. Runner here won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Down a bundle. To Oladipo. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. Rockets in control of the basketball. To Paul. No good and no foul.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
No good. Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. And the finish off the nice step through.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 7, Carmelo Anthony. Subbing in.
Collison to Oladipo.
2, Darren Collison.
To Collison. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Anthony.
Screen, I got your help.
To Capella. He was hacked. They let it go. Another follow. No good.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Shot clock winding down. Collison's shot won't fall.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
To Anthony. Runner here won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Anthony. Not that time. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down big and throws it down. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul to Harden. Harden shot won't go down. Evans to Collison. Turner scores from the post.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Harden to Paul. Count the bucket for two.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Has a chance. A fundamental shot right there.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's the Rockets who are victorious. They continue their unbeaten run. Red hot to start the season. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey, everyone. It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Pacers seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals. Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really
Them
put on a
BIOS
show in this
Rockets
game.
aren't no joke
There's
to
a
mess
reason
with.
He's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.